you also have to respect that, you know, the guy did win. It's more than half the country or whatever. I mean, you know, yes. I keep saying it. I'm not going to hate. You can not like Trump. You can hate him. I'm not playing this game that you mean girls play.
Yes.
Where like, oh, you know what? You can't sit at my lunch table because I'm just not talking to you. I don't hate half the country, and I don't want to hate half the country.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not where my mind ever wants to go for my own mental health.
Yeah.
Is all this hate.
Yeah.
So yes, I will talk to anybody.
Yeah.
How does someone bankrupt 3 casinos? Bill Maher nailed it when he said that's like failing a breathalyzer test at an oxygen bar. Trump's so-called business genius is about as real as his natural skin tone. If you've been confused about why Trump's economic policies didn't help your wallet, this video explains exactly what happened. We break down how Trump's tax plan was the ultimate bait and switch, promising middle-class relief while delivering permanent cuts to the ultra-wealthy and corporations who use the money for stock buybacks instead of raising wages.
Biden was president, it was everything about the eggs, the price of eggs. We got to lower the price of eggs. And now Trump retweeted somebody last week who said, shut up about the eggs. $5 trillion in 3 weeks, and we have only ourselves to blame. Trump said this would happen if we re-elected Biden. And Americans are like, but we need eggs. What else are we going to throw at the Teslas?
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Ever wonder why Trump's tax cuts felt like getting handed a single French fry while watching the rich guy next to you get a 20-piece McNugget meal with extra sauce? That's basically what happened with the infamous Tax Cuts and Jobs Act that old Donnie Diapers sold to America. He promised it would be this amazing economic revolution for regular folks like you and me. Middle-class families were supposedly going to be swimming in thousands of dollars of savings. But as it turns out, that was about as true as Trump's natural hair color. Bill Maher absolutely nailed it when he pointed out that in Trump's warped reality, the definition of middle class seems to only include people who own private jets and summer homes in the Hamptons.
Trump wants to bring back manufacturing, and to get the ball rolling, he is manufacturing a recession. Trump puts these amazingly large tariffs on other countries, and when the countries respond with their tariffs, he acts shocked at their disrespect. He plays, let's spin the big tariff wheel. Woo! Round and around she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows.
I mean, that tracks for a guy whose idea of relating to the common man is eating McDonald's on a gold-plated toilet. The average American family got just enough of a tax break to maybe afford an extra package of ramen noodles each week. Meanwhile, billionaires were out there lighting cigars with the $100 bills they saved. Talk about income inequality on steroids. Maher wasn't playing around when he exposed this scam for what it was. But here's where the con gets really obvious. Maher hit the bullseye when he revealed the most sinister part of the whole scheme. Those tiny tax cuts for regular Americans? Yeah, those were designed to expire by 2027, while the massive corporate tax cuts were made permanent. It's classic bait and switch, the kind of sleazy move you'd expect from a guy who bankrupted casinos. Casinos, the one business where people literally hand you their money. Maher hilariously compared this whole tax plan to a magic trick, saying, it's like when a magician asks you to look at his right hand, waving a handkerchief, while his left hand is picking your pocket.
Yeah, the stock market stock market has lost $5 trillion in 3 weeks. Yes, Trump, he's the Ozempic of the economy. Today, Greenland offered to buy us. There are CEOs out there begging Luigi Mangione to shoot them in the back of the head.
It's an honor to be invited to the White House under any circumstances.
Absolutely.
That's Trump's entire economic philosophy in a nutshell. Distract with flashy nonsense while silently robbing you blind. This shouldn't shock anyone who knows Trump's business history. The grumpy Trumpy had a habit of firing accountants who gave him bad news, calling them bloodsuckers for warning him about taking on mountains of debt. The orange turd brought that same approach to the White House, pushing out economic advisors who didn't tell him exactly what his ego wanted to hear. God forbid someone presents actual facts that contradict his fantasy world. Remember all those promises about how corporate tax cuts would lead to higher wages and tons of new jobs? Yeah, that was about as real as Trump's tan. Instead of investing in workers, corporations primarily use their tax windfall for stock buybacks. That's corporate speak for make rich shareholders even richer while doing absolutely nothing for the people actually doing the work. The stock market went up, CEO bonuses exploded, and regular workers they got to watch it all happen while trying to figure out how to pay their bills. Maher absolutely destroyed the whole concept of trickle-down economics, describing it as rich people peeing on your leg and telling you it's raining money. I can't think of a more perfect description of the economic philosophy Republicans have been pushing for decades. Just give more money to the rich, and eventually some will trickle down to you peasants. Spoiler alert, it never does. The truth about Trump's signature economic policy is painfully clear. It was designed from the beginning to help his wealthy buddies while throwing temporary crumbs at the middle class to keep them distracted. It's like giving someone $1 while stealing their wallet and expecting them to thank you for your generosity.
I don't hate half the country, and I don't want to hate half the country.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not where my mind ever wants to go for my own mental health.
Yeah.
Is all this hate.
Yeah.
So yes, I will talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Trump puts these amazingly large tariffs on other countries, and when the countries respond with their tariffs, he acts shocked at their disrespect. Trump wants to bring back manufacturing, and to get the ball rolling, he is manufacturing a recession. There are CEOs out there begging Luigi Mangione to shoot them in the back of the head.
So here's the kicker. During Trump's presidency, the national deficit exploded faster than his temper at a CNN interview. The economic whiz who claimed he'd run America like his businesses actually delivered on that threat. And guess what? Maher nailed it when he pointed out that Trump's tax plan was a successful con job that worked exactly as intended, just not for the regular folks who bought the hype. While Trump kept bragging about the stock market hitting record highs, Maher reminded everyone that nearly half of Americans don't own a single stock. So basically, Donnie Diapers was celebrating a party most Americans weren't even invited to. The grumpy Trumpy left office with middle-class Americans projected to pay more in taxes by 2027, while his rich buddies kept their permanent tax cuts. Classic orange turd move. Promise everyone gold, deliver garbage, then blame the garbage men for the smell. Chapter 11 strikes again.